What's up, gang? We're gonna come in and do a little bit of work on touchdown while I'm in the middle of filming Kangaroo. The sanding and Bondo is taking quite a bit of editing. And we have a new friend who wants to be on video and be on YouTube's. For right now, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, and we're saying her on the side of the highway. And so her name is Willow, his name is Willow. It's ambidextrous, right? Or whatever, however you want to say it. But here, okay, I'll put you down. Give me just a second and I'll play with you. All right, so I have some bulbs that I got. We can see there's some, spots that aren't lighting up. Some of these have bulbs in them, but they come on intermittently. So we might have some lamp issues, or we might have just some oxidation going on. And I also want to get a battery holder on there because we don't have a way to save our games at the moment. And maybe do a way to do some kind of quick disconnect so that we don't have to unscrew this piece off every time we take the MPU out. But stick around and we'll have some fun.
I'm Walter Day, the father of esports, and you're watching Matty Mo's Arcade.
And you know, I stuck like whack-a-mole.
I'm getting ready to attack. Fanny pack attached. Tokens are all stacked. Got the mallet in my grasp. Waiting for the moles, hiding in their holes. Score, we're keeping tally. I'll be playing till they close now. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. I'm a mallet master, a single-fisted blaster. You can ask my baby, it starts slow then gets faster. I'm a record setter.
Okay, so I'm hoping this is enough light for right now. The other light kind of makes it look really fake in here. I'm kind of scared to take this out with the kitten running around. Set it right here. Okay. Oh yeah, this one's a pain. It's real heavy. Alright, so where was our battery at? This one, right? I thought it was on that one. Well, I didn't think it was going to be hard for me to figure out where it was. Right there. It was like this big. That's why I'm not seeing it, is because I'm looking for the AA spot. Is that even the right board? Yeah, that's the right board, right? It's got the dip switches. Yeah, it was like this big. I have pictures. I'll be able to figure it out. Oh, here it is right here, I bet. Yeah, plus, and I don't see the negative, but it's probably here. Yeah, that's right there. So it's fairly simple. Get a little better view. One wire will go there, and then the other wire will go there, and then we'll tuck it back around, and I'll probably run it and put it over on this opposite side. So you can't really, I don't want to put it on there, I don't think. I guess it'd be okay there. No, there's wires there that I could hit. We'll just move it all the way away. It's just really cramped in here. I might have to look online and see where other people are hiding it. As you can see, this door here, it doesn't give much clearance when you shut it, and there's not much room in the back box because it's kind of a shallow back box. So we might have to get a little creative with that. Let me look around and see what other people are doing, and we'll definitely take the board off so that we can solder some wires to it or some posts for a quick disconnect. Okay, it took a little longer than I thought. Let's see, we are over here. I'll have to bring it a little closer, I guess. See, I put There's a post here and a post here that I soldered in. I got these from just a spare circuit board that was in the salvage pile, and it was a little tough to get them in there. I had to kind of file the edges down to put them in through the board, so I just soldered them in while I was getting that going. And the reason I'm doing this is because this already is attached here. It's really hard to get it out to work on it, and I didn't want any more problems like that. So hopefully that will get it. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Oh, it goes on this one. And I've already started us up a wire that goes, I wound it around the existing stuff. It's just black and red that go through here, down and around, and comes over here. It's gonna meet our battery holder, like right here. It's the only place I've found so far that's safe and out of the way. Get too much crap over here. All these light stands and tripods. Okay, let's try to get this on here real fast. It's not lining up for us. This one in the middle here. Okay, looks good. Put our connectors back on. There, that helps a little. Oh, that's tough. Fits in there good. Nothing wrong with that. And another thing I need to do is, oh crap. I need to come over here where I have my lights for the tilt and high score to date. I soldered the wires on there wrong, and so I have the wrong lights lighting up. Kitty, are you getting into stuff? I hear you. She must have finally woke up from a nap and heard me talking. Let's see, what do we caught on here? So that's all back together. And then we need to crimp pins onto the end here. See if we can get a little better look at this. So yeah, we need to crimp pins here so that we can put these on the board there, which I have here. 2 of them. So let's do that real quick. I should have everything handy to do what we need to do to get this part done anyway. Crimpers. Okay. I don't think I'm on frame or in frame. It's on there. No, nowhere near in frame. Okay. So let me show you how to do one of these pins here. I'm gonna do the other one. Okay. So the pin, see if I can get it in here. You want to get the wire into this V-shaped part that's here. And you can kind of see that. My dirty fingernails. There you go. The V-shaped part. I'm going to shove the wire down in there when I start out. And I don't think I'm putting this on the right side, but let's see, we'll go with this one. Slide it in there, and then I start it until I get some resistance so that it holds it in there. And then I just shove the wire in and crimp. I think these are automotive crimpers. They're really old. I found them in an abandoned, well, not an abandoned, but a apartment that the people had left. And I had worked maintenance, and they made us clean out the apartment, and there's 2 sets of these crimpers. And so I gave one to my buddy, and then I kept one. This is not flat enough. Some excess wire on here, and just need to probably clip it off. Let's do that. Let's get rid of it. All right. And then with these, you just close them all the way and then open it up, and you got to kind of pop your pin out of there. And that gets it. So now we just need to attach it to the board, to our 2 pins. And we're going to go red positive. And black to the negative, or common, or ground, or whatever you want to call it. Whatever it's supposed to be called. I always call it the wrong thing when I'm filming. Okay, so that should be good. Our wiring is plenty long enough now. And we're gonna come over to here. Yeah. Okay. Now, the first thing, I think I'm gonna go ahead and attach the wiring to these 2. And then we'll go ahead and hang it up. Put some heat shrink on here. There's one. There's a whole pile of it here, and I can't find one. Here we go. Now, I'm not going to worry about soldering the wires together. It's not going to be a whole lot of force on this thing. Just dropped it. Okay. And black to black, red to red, of course. I had 2 different gauge wires here. It's all right. It should take the battery voltage. Just hopefully my heat shrink's big enough, actually. Probably won't be. Let's see. I think I used thinner heat shrink. Oh, it fits, okay. It's probably too big for this side then. Such is life. Okay, but this is a pretty easy repair. You want to do this so your batteries don't leak on anything, so you got to hide it in an not inconspicuous, but in a spot where it's not directly over your boards or on your boards. And then you can save your games, your high score, save your high scores, you can save your settings and any credits that'll be on the machine. There you go. Taking a while to warm up. Get this one. Tuck that back there, and I'll probably figure out some way to zip tie it down. We'll go underneath and around. Something like that. And I got a spot pre-drilled. Pre-drilled my holes so we didn't have to fight anything. Hopefully I have the right bit in my impact. Okay, get her started. Oh, the only thing I don't have with me is batteries. I know I have some dollar store batteries. I don't recommend dollar store batteries, but we're gonna put them in for right now. So I don't think I bought any good ones for this anyway. But pinball machines are worth how much money? There's no point in cheaping out putting dollar store batteries in there. Okay, so that is good. We have our new holder here. This wire goes around here, spirals up here. We can tighten this up and zip tie it in a little better. It comes over here and then ends up plugged into our pins there. So that should be good and safe. At worst, it'll corrode these little wires up to here and we can stop it hopefully there. But I'm gonna pay a little bit more attention, at least as long as I own it. But let me find some batteries. We'll plug it in and put some coins in it and start it all over again, or turn it on, turn it off, and we'll see that if we have our save feature that way, and then we'll look at some lights real quick. All right, see how it goes now. It does shut, so we got that part lined up. Okay, maybe we had too much light on it. I did switch around the lights that I had wrong over there. Let's see if we can see what they are lighting up. High score to date. And I think normally game over will be playing, but maybe it won't right now because it just started. But the bottom one right is right. Let's see. Zoom in, there we go. So I want to add some credits. Still a quarter in here, right? Okay. Let's add some credits and then see if we turn the game off and turn it on, if they're still on there. Alright, I just want to take a second and let them register for sure. So these are some of the lights that I'm talking about up here in the pass. That one looks good at the moment. And there's, let's see, we got 10-yard line. It doesn't light up. That's the only one. We have A over here. And I think there's one up there above the pop bumpers. Yes, one up here in the middle. And I think this one should light up too. But that one and the extra ball here, they do light up, but actually I think that one's out, but this one lights up, but not during this little attract mode that it's given us. There we go, that's a little better. But let's see if we turn it off now and turn it back on. Hopefully we have our credits, and then we'll know that part, at least that part works. And then we can open it up, and actually I'll probably have to turn the machine and open it up because I won't be able to get the glass out from here. Okay, and we have 3 credits. So that part was successful. Give me a few here. I know this part here isn't going to be that difficult. Most likely the reason that these are intermittent is just because of oxidation, and I think I can just get in there and clean up the lamp a little bit and move the bulb around, and I think those will be fine. I just put in a new bulb and then shut it and it quit working. So a few of them did it, a few of them didn't, a few of them came back on. But let's get set up for that, and hopefully we got the little lights back here going too. At least one of them is working right. Be right back. All right, here's a look at what lights we have at the moment. And just moving them back and forth actually a couple of these up here have gone on and off, and these have all come back on. And let's see, okay, this one was on there for a second. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is I did add these two posts since our last video. They were missing from the table originally, and so I just pulled a couple screws off of the spare playfield I got for the strikes and spares, and then used that. And I had bought some new posts whenever I bought stuff because of the melted rubbers and whatnot. I did turn the game back on. The credits were still on it, so that's a bonus. That is still working. And I do need to keep reminding myself to get appropriate batteries. Oh, sorry. Need to get a new tripod really, really bad. This one's well traveled, we'll say. Okay, so we need to look from the underneath side of the playfield. And I really just think that these bulbs just need to be adjusted. Oh. We'll put them a little tighter in the socket in the lamp, and then we can also make sure that there's no oxidation on them, if possible. That's not a good place for that. Hopefully that's not conductive metal. Okay. So we know that up at the very top, let's see, what was our first one? I think all of these were fine. I can look from over here. We have these two in the past. Okay, no, let's go from up here. We have this touchdown here in the middle. Just like that, that's working. We have this A right here, just going blind. That's in there a little better. This A here, that one's good. S. Doing pretty good for not looking. Alright. And the 10. That one's a little bit more stubborn. Okay, so that one's on now. Now the A is out over here. Is that the right one? No. This one? I need to look and make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. No, that's not the right one. Somewhere right in here though. Right there. This kind of thing is like a constant battle. Every time you move it, they're gonna go on and off. Not every machine it will be like this, but the older they get, the more finicky they get. Sorry, thinking and talking at the same time instead of thinking then talking. Okay, we got those are all good to go. Looks like. We have a couple up here at the top. This one here. Okay, that seems to be good. Make sure everything's still on from here. Okay, we have this one here. Now it's working. Now this one over there, the extra ball light, and this one here. Okay, this one I did put a new bulb in, looks like. And let's see. So only one new bulb on the bottom of the playfield. I put over a box in the back box, and then I put 4 or 5 on the top of the playfield. Not quite 2 boxes. I got lucky on an order too. So this one is right here. Sorry if you guys can't hear me when I'm talking on the other side of the play field. All I'm doing is just eyeballing where these are. Okay, so I think that's all of the bulbs. The only one that's not lit right now is this one. I don't know if it just doesn't light up during a track mode. Okay, looks like they're all good. So I'll set you here. Side note, the back of this back box is like 1/4 of an inch thick of wood. So my screws for the battery holder went right through the back box. I thought the back of the back box was going to be equal to this, and it is not. So that will have to be remedied. We might just Velcro it in there. There's not very many places to put it. It's either we put it there and find a different way to fasten it, or we well, we can't really move it because it's going to leak. It'll leak onto the boards anywhere else we move it. So we would just have to not have it. So let's take a look with all of our lights. Let's get right in the middle here. So I think this is the first time we've had all the lights going. Let's kill these lights. That way we can see it a little bit. Tripod's a little wonky. Okay. Ah, that doesn't help. Much better looking though. I don't know if you can tell, but I really waxed the hell out of this. I mean, you can only put a couple coats of wax on and you're not doing anything after that. But I polished it and waxed it. So it basically has a clear on it. And that's what I was trying to like buff on it. It doesn't really, but that's kind of what I was getting at. The blue looks really sharp. This white on here with all these pock marks from the ball, I tried to get those out and it's just going to eat the paint away, because it's that Magic Eraser is basically like a really fine grit sanding block, and I don't want to take it down because it's going to have to come through the clear coat into the paint and I could already tell that the paint was going to want to come up, so I'm not worried about it that much. I don't think anybody's going to notice, but you can see like the gray marks right in there and right in there. Just makes it look dingy. If it was as white as these flippers, it would be pretty sharp. But what am I going to complain about? One thing we need to do though is we need to put in a high score and then turn it off and turn it on, make sure the high score saves. And I also want to watch this top light over here, the game over. I think it should be on right now. It's not. So either I soldered it to the wrong place or I switched the wrong wire. But normally the tilt was flashing nonstop, and so I knew those two needed to be switched. All right, let's play a little game real fast. Let's see, where's that gonna be the best spot here? All right, we're gonna have to drop you down again. A little smoother. That's not too bad. Gonna be in my way a little bit. That's right. Yeah, let's just do it like this so I can play and have a decent game. I'm gonna try to get a high score anyway. That works. Oh, I didn't put the ball back in, damn it. Hello, McFly. First time here, rookie? Playfield's not in here right either. What are we sitting on here? Oh, no, we're still not sitting right. Hang on, game. I probably tilted it. I feel like it's sitting in there right. It's riding a little high on this right side. No, don't do all that stuff. There we go. I haven't played it with all the lights, and I haven't played it with those posts on there yet. We want to light up all the pass letters to activate the pass mode, and then when we go through the spinners, we can throw it for a touchdown much faster than running it. One of my flipper bats is cracked on the end right there. Easy replacement though. We may not get the high score on this one. It's just a little off. It's not quite level. Those posts are doing their job, that's for sure. Definitely works well. The displays go out after about 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's the grounding issue. You can turn it off and turn it right back on and they're fine. Sometimes it doesn't do it, but yeah, it looks like it's leaning to the left a little bit. $200,000. Touchdown. Those out lanes are different. I've never seen that before. It doesn't go all the way through and where you lose the ball very often. So I kind of like them. Got pass. So pass is activated. Run is activated. That's right side. Look at that, a touchdown went out again. Okay, those are both on run. Do it again to get past, I guess. The bulbs are definitely not loose in there. I mean, they might be coming loose with the action of the table. But I think it's just oxidation, really. Okay, now the right side's on pass. If I can get it over there. Oh. Okay, so I can see that our game over light, our wire isn't on there right. So that's something that I will get back to. But the high score to date is working right now. This bulb went out. One of our passes went out. That's it so far. And that was probably whenever I dropped the playfield real hard. Let's go ahead and fix that again. Come on. Okay. So the A came back on. touchdown almost fell out on me. I don't know why it's not lining up right in here. Something's just a little off on this right side. And the A went out again. Right as soon as I get it. We still have the touchdown. Come on, man. Cooperate with us. We're just trying to play a game. That one may be the wiring there. As it went off and on, touching the wiring. Man, this thing is stuck again. I'll be glad when I'm done with it. I won't have to do this anymore. Ah, come on. Not getting it set down in there right whenever I'm putting it back. Could be something in the track. Will our lights stay on this time? All right, success. All right, I'm gonna pause this because the length is over 15 minutes and it hates that. All right, we're gonna play a quick one this way so that you can see the lights. And that should kind of help if you're trying to figure out the rule set. The rule set, I'll go ahead and read them out. And well, here, I'll bring the camera over. Okay, so we have score touchdowns by gaining yardage with the spinner targets. Get better yardage with the spinner targets by activating the pass feature. Complete either set of pass spot targets. Land ball and flashing hole near flippers. And that's the little out holes there, I do believe. And hit the spinner target that is now lit for pass. Completing the football rollover sequence lights on one special lane. Use right flipper button to rotate football lights. Every third touchdown activates the extra ball target, which is up here. And there's the special lights and foot and ball is there on the out lanes. So that's what it's referring to there. Okay, that was fairly painless. Let me grab a drink real fast. Wet my whistle before I start talking again. So now on this machine we're down to just that little wiring snafu on that light over there. I'm gonna try to tighten down these light issues here, getting it narrowed down looks like. Okay, that 10 came on. And then we need to do the ground mods on here. That is one reason why I think the displays are acting goofy. So I think we do that. And I want to replace the connectors and the header pins, and that should be everything that the repair guide says to do to this. But I think it'll be good because it's pretty stable right now. Other than that light, the display's going out on it, like I said. Oh, that ain't gonna work. That one spins, but that one doesn't. That threw me off. This is throwing me off too. I need a lockdown bar on here. What is going on with this thing? I did not have it in there right or something. Oh, that's not in there. Dirt. I have to figure that out. That's probably why they took that post out of there. Put one of them suicide posts on there with a spike on the top. Move the rubber lower. It needs to be higher than that. I don't know about that. We're gonna have to really just need to move it over just a hair. We could probably adjust this little wire that's right here that it spins on, and it's awful long right here. We could probably shorten that as long as it doesn't pull too much on this switch. I think that would do it. I'm gonna have to take that screw off of there. I will screw with that off camera. By next video, we'll have that one going. But let's check out our high score. So we are 165, and 504 is our high score to date. So let's turn her off. This is the important part anyway. I'm gonna be able to save high scores for bragging rights. I'm gonna go ahead and let it stay off for about 30 seconds because I want to let it clear, all electricity get out, all the capacitors discharge that can, whatever it is that it does in 30 seconds or so. Where was that? Okay, this is the little post I want. All right, that's about long enough, I think. And there's a high score to date, and we still have our credits. That is awesome. It's kind of a pain in the butt to constantly have to add the credits every time I turn it on, even though I've already done it. Okay, see what I'm doing here. Just gonna see if I can do this real fast. See what we're up against anyway. So I'm gonna have to bend this wire myself. I think it goes all the way through there. Huh. I need it more like this. I bet I can just straighten that and get it through there. Let me see if I can find my pliers. These aren't the exact ones I was wanting. Let's see. That is a pretty thick wire there. That part straight, and that part straight. Wow, that's a thick wire. I'm gonna have to get my lineman's pliers to get this through here, I think. See where we need to get it at here. So down, that's for sure. We need it out here farther. So right about there. So we're going to mimic the bend in it, but just farther back so that it's closer. Not that way. Now we need to match the other side. Oh, that's pretty much the same bend. I don't really have the right pliers. It's all about the tool, and I am trying to do it with the wrong one. I'm gonna have to get the right one. Probably not a good thing to do it on camera. Anyway, let's just go ahead and end that here. I'll cuss on that later. It's not a big deal. But that's gonna be a success on the battery holder. Like I said, we're down to just minor things and some major things in the back box with the changing the headers and all that stuff. Let me know if you guys are interested in that stuff and I can film it, or if nobody cares, I'll do it off camera and we'll just talk about it later. I can always just do a quick one and show everybody how to crimp pins and do that and replace the connectors instead of doing the whole thing, because it'll take a long time. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's probably a fairly long one, but that's going to almost wrap it up on this one. Just that last major repair. All right, see you in the next one. So these two right here are going to be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is, a nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted, I got what I wanted, and a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
What happened? Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yep. Well, thanks for watching.
When you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.